In this video, I will be ranking the rest of the NFL throwback uniforms. But not all of them, because some teams don't have official throwback uniforms, or they have throwback uniforms that are really just new uniforms with some inspiration from the past, and are not complete throwbacks, which I will not be counting. If you haven't seen part 1 where I rank the top 10, a link to that will be in the comments. I recommend watching that video after this one because I will not re-rank or talk about those in this video. And like the first video, remember this is my opinion, and if you disagree, tell me in the comments. Also comment what else I should rank from the NFL. I will give you a shout out if I do it for a video. Alright, I am going to speed through the first few because I don't want to make things boring. With all that out of the way, let's begin. At number 22, we have the Broncos. These are horrible and don't look good at all and should be locked up and never seen again. Probably the worst jersey in NFL history. At number 21, we have the Steelers, and these speak for themselves. These look like a B-Fury team. I don't know what is worse, these uniforms or CTE. No offense to Antonio Brown. At number 20, we have the Browns. In all honesty, I don't really like any of the Browns jerseys since they are all really mie, so that's carrying over to these. Not ugly like the Broncos, but not something I would be proud of. At number 19, we have the Chicago Bears jerseys. These definitely have way too many stripes. I mean, the ones on the helmet are okay, but the rest are just too much. At number 18, we have the New Orleans Saints, and well, these pants are just horrible. I mean, really? Piss yellow, they couldn't have chosen a better color? At least these are better than that Sean Payton movie with Kevin James. At number 17, we have the Detroit Lions. In my opinion, these are just way too simple and look like they would be the uniform for a high school team who doesn't have a budget to get new uniforms or a logo. At number 16, we have the Steelers' more modern throwback uniforms. This might be cheating since the Steelers are already on here, but these are significantly better than the Bumblebee jerseys. I just couldn't say no to having these on the list, just like how Big Ben struggles with understanding what no means. But honestly, these uniforms look very similar to their main uniforms, which honestly is a good thing since both uniforms look good. These uniforms just have the block numbers, which I think are better. At number 15, we have the Bills. Honestly, it's probably just the blue and red that carry these, since there is nothing really special about them. They are pretty good, but not great, just like the Bills franchise. Good, but not good enough, just like how the Bills are constantly losing in the playoffs. Good enough to get to the playoffs, but not good enough to make it to the Super Bowl. Or if they do make it to the Super Bowl, just to lose it. But back to the uniforms. The logo is okay, but a little too simplistic. It could really use a black outline or some type of other color. The logo really does bring down the uniform as a whole, just like how Josh Allen's interceptions bring him down from being able to compete with Mahomes. At number 14, we have the Green Bay Packers. And with these, if you would slap on the Packers logo on the helmets, these would look really nice. They would look a lot like their normal uniforms, but in my opinion, the simplicity of the throwback jerseys make them better than their normal jerseys. But then again, the Packers usually always have had good uniforms, just like how they have almost always had good quarterbacks. Let's just see if Jordan Love can keep that streak going. Honestly, I was going to make a joke about how they lost Rodgers, but they might be better off without him. At number 13, we have the Colts. Honestly, these throwback uniforms look really good, even though they are pretty simple. I just wish they would have the Colts logo on each side of their helmet instead of on the back of their helmets. If they would do that, then, in my opinion, these would be better than their main uniforms and way better than their new alternate jerseys. It does make sense that the same franchise that thought Matt Ryan would be a good decision would think that these jerseys would look good. But hopefully they move on from their new alternate uniform, since they like to move on from things pretty quickly, just like how they moved on from Peyton Manning, and he went on to win another ring with the Broncos. Next at 12, we have the New York Jets. They honestly look pretty good. They are simple, but not too simple. I wish Rodgers would have been able to play in these, but oh well. At least the Jets have Zach Milfman Wilson. What am I kidding? He is an absolute shit show, no offense to Odell Beckham Jr. But at least Wilson has both acolytes. And if they bring in some moms to the stadium, the Jets might have a chance at winning. Last at number 11, we have the Dolphins. These uniforms just barely missed my top 10 ranking. The Fins have really nice throwbacks, and in my opinion, they are better than their current uniforms. If it wasn't for them absolutely blowing out my Broncos with 70 points, they would have been a top 5, but I'm still salty. But I do respect the Dolphins, so they are not dead last. Back to the uniforms. This is the rare occurrence that stripes on the shoulders actually make the uniform better, just like how Tyreek Hill and McDaniel makes Tua look like a top-tier quarterback. But honestly, these are really good uniforms. Ranks 10 through 1 are in my first video, so I'd go give that one a watch if you want to see the top 10. But that is my NFL throwback jersey rankings. If you disagree, comment down below what I should change. I will definitely read all the comments because I have no life. But please be nice because I am as sensitive as Patrick Mahomes after losing a game. But make sure to subscribe and like this video or even dislike it if you are feeling edgy.